I usually wouldn't stop at 10 degrees and I don't know what wind chill we're at, but the moon, like this morning, beautiful. Okay, here we go. It hurt to get gas. You know it's cold when you get into the garage and your water bottle is frozen. That's cold. Hurt. Hurt. And the moon is nice. Well, it's January 2nd, and as you know, there's always a lot of artificial pressure to have a good year and all of that. I get that, and I'm actually doing the cliche thing on January 2nd, which is going to the gym. Now, I always go to the gym, or at least frequently, so I'll still be going to the gym in a couple of months. And I know there are a lot of people that are starting the gym for the first time today, and good for them. But today, you know, having thought about the weekend, and, you know, along with that artificial pressure, society gives you this long weekend to think things over about how you're going to do things differently in 2018. And I spent some time yesterday doing that, but really I've been thinking about it for 3 or 4 months. And when you get to a certain age, you start to realize, how many more of these years do I have? I mean, I'm not going to be on the front porch having drool wiped off my face anytime soon. But, you know, you can start to see, you know, you're not over the hill, but the crest of the hill is coming. And, you know, you got pressure, you got immediate pressure today, tomorrow, next week, this quarter, this year. All of those things come into play. Plus, since I own the business, I also got people depending upon me. So all that wraps up to like an emotional day for most people. How do we start this year off the right way? So it's going to be an interesting day today. We have a little paperwork snafu we have to correct, to say the least. But first, the gym. Okay, great. So it's 8:54, back from the gym, and I have a big problem. Early in December, I decided to reach out with one of my businesses to a different market that I wasn't currently serving, and this required government approval. So I sent in the entire batch of paperwork very early December, like the 3rd or the 4th. And I called them a couple times, and I actually stopped by and just kind of like begged, please approve it, because I thought that all my paperwork was in perfect order. And then they finally got back to me, very nice of them. They called me direct because they found that there was one thing wrong with my paperwork, and really glad that they called. Thank you. But they called me Friday before New Year's Eve at about 3 o'clock, and they said, Jack, there's this thing wrong with your paperwork, and you'll have to get it corrected. And said, okay, no problem. So I hung up the phone and called the people that gave me the paperwork, and of course they were gone for New Year's Eve holiday. So it's now almost 9:01 on Tuesday morning, and they are absolutely positively my first call. In fact, I wanted to get the business up and running today. Today was actually the original launch date. At least that was my goal. So now I'm way behind, and I don't think I'll really get this up and running. Probably, I'm just guessing it's going to be a couple of weeks before I can actually launch it. But better late than ever, and this is the kind of thing that happens when you run your own business. So let's see what happens when I call these folks at 9:01. Hopefully I can get this paperwork snafu. Snafu? Is it a snafu? No, it's a saf. How do you pronounce it? Hi, Jessica. It's Jack Gately calling. I'm looking for Ashley or Colette. Oh, I'm panicking, Colette, so hopefully you can help me. Okay. What's the name of the company again? Shit, it's on the list. All right, so we have a strategy, got off the phone with them. I sent them all the information, and now they are going to talk to the state, and hopefully it'll be all set shortly. All right, so we're off to the next project while we wait for either the company and the government to kind of figure it all out. We'll figure that out. So in the meantime, we're making a video for the new website for the real estate school, onlinerealestateacademy.com. So let me just show you how I have it set up. In order to make a video here, it's really difficult because we have these two big windows here, which actually provide too much light. This window here and this window here. So what we've done is actually got these things from Home Depot that block out the light entirely, but this one's too short. So I simply rest it on my GoPro box of GoPro gadgets, and therefore it goes all the way to the top, and therefore we don't get any sun on the backdrop. All right, so made the video, but it came out so bad. The contrast was like way off. So it's in color correction now, and hopefully it'll come out all right. I just got an interview request from Banker and Tradesman, so hopefully they'll call me back in the next hour or so. I still got to figure out this paperwork snafu. And class starts at 5:30, so see how it goes. Just got an email from the bond company, and they talked to the state, and it's supposedly all set. So it's now 5:03. I'll probably call the state tomorrow to make sure everything's okay. Worst case scenario, I'll go in there in person tomorrow, which is highly likely. And now class starts in... Hey, so we're all ready for the webinar. See, it's right there, all ready for the webinar. Looks like we got about 8 people so far in class, not yet in session. So that's good. Ooh, my camera's a little... There we go. That's whatever. Just got off the phone with Banker and Tradesman and did an interview with them about continuing education. So I'm not sure when that would come out, but probably in the next 3 or 4 or 5 days. That would be really cool. I had the opportunity to chat with Jim over there, as I have a couple of times. Also had a couple of people sign up for real estate school, which is great. And we're just about ready for the start of real estate school in just a minute or two. So I don't know about 2018, and I hope it goes well. But more of the same, I guess. If it starts off like this, not a bad day. Cut a couple bumps and bruises as we've headed through the day to day. Always kind of be like that, right? You never know what it's gonna be like. Most important thing is that you just kind of do your thing, and hopefully it will come out okay. Hey, we have class now. Why don't you stay for an extra minute or so? Hey, welcome to Real Estate School. I'm your instructor, Jack Gately. Thanks very much for coming. It's exactly 5:30 on Tuesday afternoon. Happy New Year. Thanks for coming, everyone. I see that we have a nice crowd tonight. Let's, as always, start off with attendance, and let's get it started. Let's see who's here tonight.